Everything is full of snow. It's beautiful outside, the sun is shining, but it also means it's too cold for us to walk outside, so we can't continue on our barrel house. We also can't continue on our coach house because we are waiting for the plans, we're waiting for planning permission, and it's also equally too cold to do anything outside. So that leaves us with one important other place that needs to be renovated, and that's the attic space.
So this is our unrenovated attic space, and as we explained last week, this space is going to become future guest rooms as we are transforming the chateau into a hotel. Mission for today is going to be clearing this space completely, and if you stay till the end, we will be sharing with you our exciting plans for exactly how we want to transform this incredible space.
So there's two major areas of concern. One is all my tools, and I will keep them here for now because I don't have a better space. But all the wood, and there's a lot of things that just needs to go to the tip, they need to go. There's even a
painting.
A painting. Looks like straight out
it's a nice gravure. It's etching.
Lord of the Rings. No, it's not Lord of the Rings, but it looks like some landscape out of Lord of the Rings.
Don't know where that is. Cluse dans le Valais d'Aoste. Isn't that in Italy? Okay, well, that one can be put to the side.
So I think what we need to do is just to get this wood down. Let's do a time lapse.
Cue time lapse. So as we've been clearing, I have found these beautiful pieces of paneling, which we're definitely going to keep. Look at these beautiful details. And I'm sure that we can reuse this somewhere. And we've got, these are some of the old curtain rails. We'll definitely be keeping those. Salle à manger, so the dining room. So we've got two of these. I've also found a random oar, which I don't think, maybe we need this, Philip. What do you think?
No.
Do we not need it for the boat?
No.
That one could go to the tip.
That goes to the tip. Much better. Not finished, much better. Still a bidet.
And a sink.
And a sink, an ugly sink.
Not bad.
Not bad.
A bit of sweeping.
So there is a lot of furniture choices now. Keeping or throwing away. Look at these chairs.
Wow, have you seen this?
Well, that's a molding that Benoit gave us.
Oh, yeah.
And we built a mirror out of it in the blue room.
It's so pretty. It's a very small piece, but it could be used for something.
Yeah, I didn't want to throw it away, which is a nice molding. So, but look, there are chairs. Several chair options. I do like this.
Yeah, but it's completely
so
dead.
broken. I think it's dead. It's a pity because, yes, I do like the type of stairs. It's really cool.
It is cool. It's like the old Parisian cafe chairs.
But it's beyond repair, I would say. This one looks like a tonnet chair, but it has to be repainted in a funky way.
But maybe we can repaint it.
We can repaint it black. So I would keep that definitely. It's definitely a nice chair. I just don't like the way how it's painted. What is it? Is there any?
Oh.
What does it say?
I can't see.
Well,
it says Romania, made in Romania.
Made in Romania.
I don't think it's a tonnet.
Who knows? They might have produced in Romania.
Yeah.
No, probably not.
But it's kind of cute.
But it's cute. I would definitely keep it.
We repaint it.
Yeah, that's a keeper. There's the brother.
Oh, look, I think they tried to repair the seat in a different way.
Yeah, honestly, Anna, it doesn't make any sense to keep this if you don't have the original. Anna, I think it's rotten. The wood is rotten, isn't it? Yes, here is a bit. No. Yeah, look. What have you found? An espagnolette?
Espagnolette, but from a huge door. Oh, maybe it was one of the doors.
Oh yeah, that might have been
one of the kitchen.
Yes. Well, it's pretty, isn't it?
It's huge.
I like that. I like that shape.
It might just be that we trim it down and we use it on a door. Okay, keeper.
Last chair. We very much love these chairs, right?
Yes.
They're from Bertoia. Very controversial chairs. We have them in our rooms.
Why are they controversial?
Well, because some people don't like them. They associate it with office chairs.
Oh, no, I think they're beautiful. It's a little broken here, Philip.
Yeah. Do you think it's an original? I don't think so.
You don't think so? I'm not sure. It says made in Italy.
Oh, yeah, but a lot of
0690.
Well, made in Italy is a good sign.
Maybe it's salvageable.
Yeah,
I mean, it has got a lot of rust on it, but maybe that will come off. But yeah, let's keep that one. We might just have to make like a fine line of things right here.
Why don't we just keep it in the attic, Hannah?
Yeah.
And have you seen? I opened up this window. There was just a square, so...
That's cute. So this is one of the original outdoor windows. In the 19th century, there was an additional wing that was added to the chateau. And so this would have been the original 18th century wall that then became an interior wall.
And that was the windows, look in the 18th
I love
century.
it.
Are really beautiful and
They
very
are
fragile.
beautiful.
But that is really old glass, really, really precious. So we need to rescue this window. But the goal was to completely clear it, you remember?
I know.
So
I
all
know,
stuff has to go.
Okay, so let's be ruthless.
And what's that? Look here. Remember, I've seen these lights. And they're very pretty.
These are beautiful.
This is very pretty, this
I
one.
love this one.
Yeah, I do want to restore this one.
Okay.
So that is a keeper. This one is also cute, but it's
Yeah?
completely broken.
Sadly, beyond repair.
This is quite nice, this part. You could sand it and repaint it. You could, well, you know what?
How does it
Let's
work?
keep it.
Okay.
It is cute. Let's put it in the attic.
All right.
It's our running gag. Now, Anna, you just put it from one table to the other. What are you doing?
It's on its way out.
On the way
on
out.
the way out, and it will be put somewhere. I'm not sure where, but...
What's in here? A collection of precious stones.
Oh, it's fossils.
Fossils. Look,
Ugh, there's some... What's that?
fossils. This is just some old, a glass pane. There's nothing. I looked through it. I was really excited. I thought I'd find some paintings. So the local newspaper from?
Oh, Mardi, Tuesday, 23rd of August, 1983.
83. So,
So it's 43 years old.
wow. I didn't know that things so old exist.
I mean, I wasn't around. I wasn't around, but somebody else I know was.
Can't be me.
No. And then there's this, which is interesting.
Yeah.
And it's
very broken.
And what's this? An old tin of buttons.
That is treasure.
Beautiful old buttons. Look at that. That's got, oh, it's a wild boar. These are hounds.
Yes.
It's a little bit like Ziggy.
I love these.
That looks a little bit like Ziggy,
That is Ziggy.
Well, we could definitely clean them up. There's a deer.
Yeah. Do you think that's some hunting uniform or what is that?
Yeah, some must have been from some clothing.
Did we just found treasure, Anna?
A little bit of treasure.
Oh, look at this.
What? Oh, it's one for Philip.
That I like. Where do we put it? Because that's the goal.
I'll put it in my atelier.
Or just put it in the attic.
It's going on the table of things to put somewhere.
Oh, that's not helping.
No, that
this table
will.
goes down now.
I've just got to find somewhere.
All right. We need to take down this table. I hate this table. It was here forever.
It's not a table, it's drawers, but it's
completely
broken and beyond repair.
Beyond repair, yeah.
There's some bits in there though, we need to empty it first. You see, we have a tendency of just putting stuff in places and...
Just put them in the attic, yeah.
Exactly, that was our motto for the last 6 years. So now we have to deal with the consequences.
So we can leave these things, they can also go to the... Anna, we need to make a decision now about this beauty here. The torture chamber chandelier.
No, it's not. I think this would be really beautiful.
Always gives me kinky vibes.
Does it? But you've got a strange mind. No, I think this could be really pretty if we were to do some kind of...
Torture chamber?
No, it could be an outdoor candlelit chandelier under a tree. Could be really beautiful.
So it's a keep?
Trust me, one day we'll need this.
Anna, you changed your mind?
Well, I don't know. I'm getting to that point where I'm so overwhelmed by all of this stuff, which we always said, no, we need to keep it. That
Yeah, we never touched it. We're never gonna need that. This is just, ugh.
All right, we'll give it to the charity shop.
We give it to the charity shop.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we made a fantastic progress for today. It's tonight. It is dark outside. And I found a set of cards. Do we need it?
Yes.
Yes.
Always.
We absolutely run out of storage space
Do
now.
you know what? It reminds me of when I was a kid and like my mum would ask me to tidy up and my room and stuff. And basically what I would do is just like move the mess to another place.
Yes. You know what? There's an elephant in the room still. It's covered.
It's a cute cupboard. I mean, the outside is better than the inside.
That's why you like it. You identify with it. Your looks and your soul, two very different things.
Philip's on fire. But yeah, I don't know. This cupboard, it needs to be worked on if we keep it.
Anyway, you can't stay here.
Yeah, okay.
And we can take it down and then you think about it overnight.
And then bring it back up again.
And then you put it in the attic.
That's not supposed to do that. I think we will be reusing some of these tiles in some of the bathrooms.
Do you have some of the green tiles left?
Yeah, I wanted to check actually.
I hope so.
One box, that's green. These are
Not going to be enough.
Because we're going to be reconfiguring the bathroom.
Yeah, we will show you.
And there's a big box here of taps and plumbing. We need to find a better way to organise this.
Oh, this is all like shower bits.
I don't know what happened. The box completely collapsed.
Yeah, there's some nice ones, some not so nice ones.
These are going to be, we're going to use them somewhere, no?
Yeah, let's see. We need to make an inventory of what they have. These are paint pots.
Yeah.
Paint pots we still need, or?
Well, if we need to keep them for doing some retouche. Touch-ups.
Yeah. And by the way, Anna, despite all the effort we're making, do you also still feel as fresh as I do?
I do actually, yeah.
Not only do I not smell bad, if you guys were here and you would come close to me, awkwardly close to me, you would smell a subtle, pleasant fragrance around me. And that's because me and Anna, we both have a secret. Wild. A refillable aluminium-free deodorant, which also happens to be this week's ad.
We discovered Wild products about 2 years ago, and we absolutely love all of their refillable products, such as the hand wash, the body wash, the deodorant, and their lip balms. The cases are designed to last a lifetime, and with every refill you use, you are reducing plastic waste. If you want to refill or change your scent, it's super easy. All you have to do is open up the case and place in a new plastic-free refill. It's really hard to choose a favourite from all of their scents, but my favourite used to be Cherry Blossom, but I have just started using the Fresh Cotton Sea Salt, and it smells really good. In fact, I love this so much that I've even had my name engraved on it, so nobody else steals it.
Don't look at me, Anna. I'm an ocean mist guy.
Anyways, most importantly, there are no aluminium salts or parabens, and all the formulas have been vegan and Leaping Bunny certified. Learn more about Wild and their refillable deodorants, body wash, hand wash, and lip balms by clicking the link in the description. Use our code RENOVATE20 to get 20% off all the products available worldwide. And hurry, because the code won't last long. Ta-da!
Ta-da!
It's almost clean.
Almost completely clean.
Yeah, I mean, this whole area here, which has all of our tools and materials, it will be taken down to the barrel house once that is finished being renovated. It was a very cathartic experience to clear this out. There was literally 6 years worth of stuff that we had just dumped here during the process of renovating the rest of the chateau.
And all this is building materials, so
this is stuff we're going to reuse.
Reuse here.
And I'm really excited. I mean, just seeing this space, it reminds me of that first time when we visited the chateau. We were like, wow, because the height here and these beautiful beams, it's just an incredible space. And we always said this is what helped sell the chateau to us, because we were so inspired by this space. However, during the process of our renovation, we kind of got to the point where we didn't really know what we needed to do with this space, and we just didn't have the money to just throw at it to renovate it for no reason. But now, finally, because we will be reopening the chateau as a hotel, we will be needing to transform this space into rooms. Here, we're coming through this doorway here. So this is what we call the second floor, which is where our old apartment was, where we lived for 5 years as a family when we ran the guest house. So this is mine and Philip's old bedroom, which is a beautiful space. We've got this beautiful chimney, amazing views out over the garden, super light, and it has beautiful features. We've got these beautiful 18th century original door frames, and we have behind us, where Philip is, ensuite, which was our ensuite family bathroom. It was the only bathroom that we had for all 4 of us.
When we had the guest house, we only had 4 rooms, but that was enough, financially speaking, because me and Anna, we were doing everything here. But obviously now that this becomes a hotel, more stuff comes in, there's going to be more spending, and it needs to have much more income in order to be able to exist. So that's why the important thing, what we need to do here, is to create as many rooms as possible. However, we want to keep them spacious and luxurious to some extent, and beautiful, and respect the existing architecture. So a very difficult challenge, how to fit as many rooms as possible into this chateau, especially on the floor where we haven't built rooms already, without losing the character and the space and the generosity of this chateau. For instance, we have to do some work on the old apartment, even though we love it absolutely, but we will not keep this bathroom with this bedroom for the simple reason that the room next door, which will also become a room, doesn't have a bathroom. We can connect the room there with this bathroom, close this wall, and create a new bathroom for this room next door.
So the idea is that we're going to break through the wall around here, so then we'll be able to connect to our former bathroom without hopefully making too many changes there. Here we'll be able to put a nice double bed.
There's another room here, which we never really used. This is now the storage room for our sailing gear. This is going to be a perfect, very luxurious sized bathroom for the room there. So we need to create an opening here, and then this will become a bathroom with a bathtub, with a shower, with a toilet.
And it's got a lovely view onto the back garden.
So it's going to become, you know, I think one of the most beautiful rooms in the chateau.
And then on this floor, we're also going to have this really cozy room that used to be the former guest room for our parents. Right, it needs to be tidied up again because
it becomes our storage room, because it's the only room that's basically finished.
Yeah, clean and finished, and we're not going to touch too much. This one already has its own ensuite bathroom, so that's really lucky. And then we have through here to what is our attic space at the moment. And the idea is we want to create 2 rooms. I think this is going to be a corridor space here to lead on into the other part of the attic. Well, we've only got the 2 windows, the 2 big windows on either side. So we're a bit limited here. We can't put too many rooms, and I think it's just lovely to have really spacious, beautiful rooms where we can make the most of the view out of this window and all of these beautiful beams that are going to be visible in these rooms. This part will be the bedroom, and then here will be some kind of bathroom area. And then on the other side here, we've obviously got a lovely, beautiful window with a view over the front garden. And I think this is going to be slightly more spacious because it's a wider room. So it's going to be one of our most luxurious rooms probably in the chateau. I think as much as possible, we will try to keep the beams visible because they are just incredible. They're beautiful. We probably have one big issue that we need to tackle before we even really start renovating. And that is the roof, because this part of the roof has to be changed. Unfortunately, when we bought it, it was in okay condition, but we've started to notice, and we've had our roofer come and have a look, and we've noticed that some of the clips are rusting. Holes.
The other thing is, as you can see, we don't have a membrane here. So that roof is just a slate, and then there's nothing, which is good as long as this is just an attic room. And it makes sense historically because they wanted these rooms to be really well ventilated. So there's never any problem with mold, and the beams are in really good condition because there's so much airflow coming through that there would never be any mold on the beams and they wouldn't be rotten. However,
you can hear the wind coming through right now.
So, however, if you want to insulate, it's much better if we have a membrane. And you can't put a membrane from inside onto the roof. You need to take the slates off, then put the membrane on, and then put new slates on top of it. So a lot of things, I mean, it has to be done.
It's looking so good, Philip.
I'm super excited to start working here. The first step here, and you can tell by just filming the floor how badly this floor looks. I don't know if you can see it, but it's completely warped here.
Yeah, you can see right here, look.
This is where the wall underneath is. That's the load-bearing wall underneath. So here it's the highest point, but here it went down. Just in 200 years, it has moved its normal. We need to take these tiles off like we did on that side. Rescue as many as we can to reuse them in the bathrooms because a lot of them are broken, but there's certainly enough that we can reuse. And then we can look at the beams to see if some of them have to be replaced. I hope not. And then we create a new slab, and that is going to be something really cool to film because there's a specific technique which we use in old buildings. It's a dry slab. We use these granules.
This is also our method for soundproofing between the floors,
yeah,
right?
It helps as well. I mean, this is these granules. You take the old stones off, you put something like a membrane down, you put these granules on top of it, and you flatten these granules, and there's no water added, it's just they stay dry. And then you put new floorboards directly on these granules, and because when they lay in place, then it becomes a really stable surface. It's hard to explain, but it's a really, really cool technique. And it's such a cool technique because it keeps moisture out. That means no moisture for the walls, for the beams, but it also makes it much lighter, and it soundproofs, and it makes it perfectly flat.
And it adds a bit of warmth, doesn't it?
Yeah. And then we have next door another room which is equally big or even bigger than this room. It's beautiful. You might have seen it before, but we're going to explore this once we have cleaned it, maybe in the next video.